get so small. We break up with lovers and friends. Make love to the rumors instead.
2K18 tournaments. I'm gonna skip the big old intro and just get right into this. We've got normal matches here, and starting off with Randy Orton versus CM Punk. They're not gonna be anything special. These are the WWE Championship matches that we're doing. This one starting from 05 to 13. And then we're gonna go to from 05 to 13, and then 13 to 14, since it was just that 1 year that it was that version of it. And then we're gonna go back old school, so going from modern to like way older, before a lot of these people's times that are in this one. And I've been thinking, since there are different versions of some people in this tournament that could win that one too. I mean, I could have added in a lot more modern superstars, but like I like the way I did this one. Also, I tried to exclude superstars that have a lot of versions of them, and I didn't put John Cena in this one because one of his versions already has a singles championship, and I just felt bad about doing that.
As the action continues, let's discuss Punk briefly. Tell us, what do you think we can
But I mean, that's not to say he won't be in one of them. I just didn't put him in this one.
He certainly looks more focused than I remember seeing him in
I might put one of the versions of him in 13 to 14, but it would just feel weird having multiple ones of him as champion. Like, I will have The Undertaker in another tournament or two, but probably not every single one like I could have. Like, because Undertaker could be in almost all of these tournaments that I have, just because he's been around for so long and he's been such a versatile wrestler. Like, he could be in all 4 of these WWE Championship matches, the World Heavyweight Championship, and the Hardcore Championship, and like a couple of the tag team tournaments I had. Could have been in all of those. So at least like 7 or 8 tournaments on his own, but like I'm only probably gonna have him in like 3 of them at most, maybe. I just don't want to keep putting him in tournament after tournament after tournament, especially now that one version of him already has a title. Now I get that not everyone's gonna win a title regardless, because there are just only so many to go around, but like still, like if he wins one like of the older WWE championships, that would be cool, but other than that, he's just not going to be in every single one of them, because I want to give some people a chance that only have one version of themselves in the game. Because like even at this point, Undertaker still got a title. And then also, I'm trying not to have too many double champions as well. Like if they've already won a tag team title, I'll try to use like a different version of them, or just not have them in a championship tournament at all, unless I really do need them. Oh wow. But yeah, that's enough of that explanation. I kind of want to like get all the explaining of that out of the way during the match, instead of trying to do it before the match and just making the video that much longer. And so, I think I'm going to do all the WWE Championship matches first, and then the World Heavyweight Championship might very well be the last championship tournament that I do. And Shinsuke Nakamura ended up winning the Undisputed Championship. I don't even remember how, but he did it back before I was recording these tournaments. And I just don't feel like I want him as the Undisputed Champion. Like, that's just kind of crazy. I feel like I should have the top tier of the top tier in that one, of whoever's left over that hasn't won a single title yet. So I'm probably going to vacate that one, and then that'll be the very, very last one that I do. and then have all Iron Man matches in that, all like 15-minute Iron Man matches. So every single match will be its own episode. And each of them will be like approximately, probably closer to 16 minutes long, because I have to do my intro, outro, and then like my own personal one, and then also the one that I add to the videos that you guys see. So each one of those will probably be about 16 minutes. And so it'll be all 4 matches of the first round, the 2 semifinal matches, and then the final match. So yeah. Well, I mean, I guess finals match makes sense too in that sense, in that context. Did he just do a zigzag? Wow, I'm sorry. This is a custom CM Punk. Obviously, he's not in the game, but like sometimes the moves that people put on custom superstars are confused the hell out of me. Like a lot of the times they do them quite well. I mean, sometimes you'll just find that one move in there that you're just like, should he really be doing that? Like there's something Ray did, I think. There's something Rey Mysterio did, and I was like, yeah, I probably don't want to have that one. Wow. Okay, so he did the shoulder carry, so go to sleep like the fireman's carry. Randy Orton still kicked out as I expected. Like most of these guys, they won't stay down off of just one finisher. And that's what it's supposed to be like. They're all former WWE champions, like all former cream of the crop top tier competitors. Not to say that they aren't still top tier competitors, but I'm just saying that they were all once at the top of the totem pole. How the heck does he already have a second one? I didn't even see him do like a single signature. Well, CM Punk just destroyed Randy Orton, so wow. And then a few of the people you see in this tournament will also be in like some of the other tournaments. This one was the best one for Edge to be in from 05 to 13, because he retired in 2011, and his major runs as WWE Champion all occurred between like 2005 and 2011. So yeah, this was the best tournament to put him in. I don't know if I'll end up putting him in any tournaments before that, and definitely not after, because like I said, he retired in this time period. And same for Shawn Michaels, HBK. He retired in 2010. He'll probably end up being in one more WWE Championship tournament, maybe even 2. And then like a lot of these people have also been World Heavyweight Champion at some point, so they can be in that as well. I'm just trying to make these as accurate as possible to eliminate as many options as I can, because the more options I have, the harder it becomes to decide who I want to put in these championship tournaments. And so if I can like weed people out and be as specific as possible, that makes it better. And also I try not to have a lot of versions of the same person holding championship belts. And what I want to do is, if one version of a person has won a tag team championship, I don't want to put that same person in a singles championship tournament. Like I might have like a different version of that person in a singles championship tournament, rather than having that same version having 2 different kinds of titles. And like that's my problem with John and The Undertaker, since there's a version of them that already has singles titles. I don't know how comfortable I feel with putting them into tournaments like with a different version of them that are also singles titles. But at the same time, like I still don't want to not do it, because like they deserve that too. But I don't want to take away from another person who only has one version of themselves. Because like it may be an older John Cena or an older Undertaker, like from a longer time ago, but it's still John Cena and it's still Undertaker nonetheless. But for The Undertaker, I'm probably still going to end up putting him in 1 or 2 other tournaments, just because he changed so drastically between those appearances, from the American Badass Undertaker, that's the hardcore champion right now, to like the Lord of Darkness or the Dead Man. There's such drastic appearance changes, and like what he was doing in WWE at the time, like his entrances, his whole aura about him were completely different in those eras of like his transformations. So I'm much more fine with that than doing it with John Cena, who feels basically like the exact same person every single version of him you use, aside from the one that actually has the spinner belt, which, I mean, he was given that one because it is specifically his belt, which actually I just thought about. That is specifically his belt that belongs to him. It's his version of the belt that he won and customized himself. So I could still justify putting him in one or two of the tournaments, because like none of the versions of him have actually been in a tournament yet or had a chance to like win a championship though. So I'll probably do that. And then I was gonna have The Rock in this one, but I was like, the version of the belt he should be wearing though, if he were to win one, is either, well, it should be the 13 to 14 one, because I don't know if I'll be using The Rock that won the tag team championships for the older WWE Championship tournaments. I'll probably be throwing other people up in there, and then the more current version of The Rock, the Bald Rock, I'll be putting him in the 13 to 14 tournament. So there will be two versions of The Rock holding titles, but one of them will hold a tag team title. Well, that is if he wins, but one of them will hold a tag team title and the other will hold the WWE Championship. And like I said, it's just giving people opportunities. There's no guarantee they'll win. Like RVD, he's already been in a few tournaments at this point and hasn't won a single one of them. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, I'm just saying that there's no guarantee that anyone's going to win just because I put them in a tournament. Wow! Was that just the one frog splash and he just beat Triple H? And see, that's what I like about these tournaments too, because realistically, RVD probably wouldn't have beat Triple H there. I mean, because one, okay, overall difference in the game, Triple H probably should have won, and two, in real life, just because of booking, Triple H probably would have ended up winning over RVD just because he's that much more popular of a superstar. But hey, that's what can happen in this game though, and that's why I like it. Tournaments can be a lot more unpredictable, and so now it's going to be CM Punk versus RVD in the first semifinal match. So that's where this is going to end, and then the next one, once we get back to it, there we go. The next one, in the next part, we're going to have HBK versus Batista, and then Edge versus Rey Mysterio, and then the two semifinals will be set to quick momentum, so they'll both get their finishers a lot faster, and then the final will be set to epic. So we'll probably get through both semifinal matches pretty quickly, and then have the final in that same episode. So until then, guys, hope you have been enjoying the tournament so far, and if you have, as usual, don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.